Hello again. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what you hear. The first stop we come to on the ABSO grid, and the ABSO grid, of course, is a way of analyzing and talking about personality in alpha, beta, sigma, and omega dimensions. And you align those like a Punnett square to create expressions of alpha, beta, sigma, and omega personality. In some cases, the result will be something that cannot exist, and I will talk about that if it does. The first, though, is the two A's, alpha alpha, which is the apex alpha, and that is those who are continuously fighting to be the person at the top of the food chain, fighting to be the king. Now, this is the most traditional expression of that, and this is the Petersonian alpha. As if you were only to talk in the most black and white terms and not get into these finite definitions, the Petersonian alpha is always fighting, taking all conflicts for dominance, accepting that conflict, engaging that conflict. Every single one is crucial, meaningful, has to be fought to the death, making all possible sacrifices, and therefore working more, sleeping less than the rest of us, gambling on eventually rising to the very top of a hierarchy, or in Petersonian terms, the top of all hierarchies. Nonetheless, this is one hierarchy we're talking about, and toward the top of this hierarchy are a lot of apex alphas fighting to be the apex alpha. Now, in that process, you can, in every fight, you can be bumped up or down the hierarchy. You can be crushed and made subordinate to someone, or continue this ongoing fight pit of young lions, which I assure you wears down the human mind and soul. It can't be done forever, can't be done endlessly. Someone eventually gets to that top point, but understand that you've not achieved that top point in a way that has the respect and admiration of those around you. You have their desire to take you down. And so, if we can assume you've seen my video on the castle, the top of the castle, the tower, the turret, is the king observing his subjects. The high point of this castle picture, of a culture, of a hierarchy within a culture. The old king eventually is killed, and he is defenestrated. He's thrown out the window, thrown off the tower. Because among old lions and old predators, there is no alpha emeritus. There is no, we kept the old man around for old time's sake, because the new king has to make it his. If a lion successfully fights another lion and takes his pride from him and his territory, the other lion must be driven away or killed. Now, generally speaking, we do not see death or physical violence as a result of most hierarchy struggles in our society, but they do occur. Rather, it's financial violence, sociological violence, career violence, damage to someone on a soul level, on an esoteric level, on a way that's visible in sociological terms, but not necessarily in medical terms. So, these apex alphas that are struggling to be the apex alpha, struggling to become that apex, willing to engage in all conflicts that have to do with getting to that point, will not turn down any conflict, and will not turn down any challenge, or say no to any degree of personal deprivation. There is a willingness to give up sleep, willingness to give up a personal life, willing to work harder than others. That's part of how the competition for alpha works. Willing to neglect what many of us would consider normal lives. Okay, that's Apex Alpha, and be blessed. Like and subscribe. You talented people.